Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're doing well. Today we are previewing Luton Town versus Man City FA Cup match, which kicks off tomorrow at 8 PM. Of course, we will do a watch along on that. It better be streamed, otherwise I'll be fuming. But speaking of stream, apologies that this video wasn't a stream. I had to make it a video because we've had dodgy Wi-Fi since after the watch along last night. And we've had it through today as well. So to prevent any stream issues, I've just made it into a video. Of course, live watch along will be live because it's not live otherwise, will it? But yeah, today we're previewing Luton. Apologies for any background noises. You probably just heard the bird squawking then. But moving on to my predicted 11. I have just had to switch a graphic there. I messed it up, but it's fixed now. Going on to Ortega in net, not Edison. Ortega in net for the Blues. My reason being because, well, he starts the cup games, doesn't he? And I've got no issue with him coming in for a game like this. I've got no issue with him covering for Edison for a game or two. You know, he did very good in the FA Cup last season, and as far as I'm aware, he hasn't really messed up this season, so by all means, keep going, keep doing what you're doing on Ortega. Shame we didn't get further in the Carabao Cup, but I'd rather the FA Cup, to be honest. But anyway, Ortega. I think we got the best second keeper in the world. Some people say Kelleher with Liverpool. He played very well last night, of course he did, but I think I got Ortega. I think Ortega's just brilliant, because I think he started for a lot of Premier League teams. Bayern Munich wanted him in the summer. You know, I doubt he was going to play second fiddle at Bayern. I think he would have gone into the first team, personally. I think he is that good. But anyway, moving on to Rico Lewis. Rico Lewis I do expect to play a bit of an inverted role, but I'm putting him at right back because I see him playing there a bit. Hasn't had a game in probably since Huddersfield or Spurs. I can't remember which. It's probably one of them. Could have been further back, but yeah, I expect him to start this game. Highly loved, of course, in the City community. He's academy grad. Graduated last year and came into the team and did a very, very good job. So I'm expecting Rico Lewis. I hope he has a good game playing that inverted role. Hopefully he's a bit more solid defensively. Give Walker a little extra rest before Man United. He's probably not going to get many rest games from now until the end of the season. I know he did recently get a rest. I think he got a rest when we played Bournemouth. So, you know, that may have been his rest for the United game. Maybe he'll play in this one to keep him fresh. But I don't know. It's a tough call. But Rico hasn't played in some time, so I thought I'd give him a go for the final game of February and the 5th round of the FA Cup. Centre-back partnership of Stones and Akanji. Obviously, brilliant players. John Stones had one of his better performances against Bournemouth of the season, or since his injury, really. And hopefully he picks up a bit of momentum here against Luton and carries it onwards. No Diaz in the back line for me because he's played quite a bit of football recently. You know, he's been getting stick a lot this season, rightly so, for some games. But, you know, take him out of the team this game. Let him get his head straight for the United game, because that's where we're going to need him to be at his best. No Rasmus Højlund for that game is obviously going to be a big boost. But anyway, going on to Akanji. He's, I think he's starting to get back to his former self. You know, starting to move away from that little period he had after his injury. In my opinion, he just wasn't playing too well. But I thought against Bournemouth, he looks very solid, and I hope he continues to be solid at the back. With our dear Nathan Ake at left back. Obviously a brilliant player, Nathan Ake. Of course, he returned to Bournemouth on the weekend, and today he'll be playing Luton again. Got the winning goal against Spurs, of course, so Can't give him too much stick. But honestly, I love Nathan Ake. There's no one else I'd have at left back. Vardio's still injured, so it's really we don't really have anyone else. But yeah, I hope that we see Nathan Ake, because I mean, there's no one else I'd rather have, if I'm being honest. He's just so solid, and if he gets on the form of like anything like how he was in the Champions League, like last season, then we've got such a good player on our hands in Nathan Ake, and he will lock down Luton if he's playing anything like that. Rodri CDM, I contemplated giving him a rest. I thought that this might be a game that you can give him a rest, but I thought, no, it's not. Luton is not an easy game by any means, and Pep isn't one for really resting Rodri either. And why would you when he plays how he does? He's brilliant, Rodri. The fact that he is not an injury-prone player, touch wood, is such a blessing for City. Because if he was injury-prone, or if he picked up an injury like KDB did beginning of the season, we could have been toast at the start. He's such a big cog in this machine that Man City is, a machine that really needs to get running. I think we can agree. City have struggled this season, but let's hope we can get a turnaround of sorts going, and maybe that win against Bournemouth is a bit of the kickstart, and Brentford. So. Going on to Jeremy Doku, putting him on the right wing. I wasn't too sure who I wanted my wingers to be. Jack Grealish coming back from injury could have been his. I don't know. I was very close to starting Grealish, but I want to see Oscar Bob. But Doku, I think he needs to get a bit of the press and that off his back, and the fans have been on his back too. Give him this game. See if he can do something here. Go score a goal or so, maybe get an assist. Just show that you've still got the passion to improve. Remember, this lad's 21, he's got such a high ceiling. Expect a bad game or two from Doku. And maybe he's had a couple more than two this season, but he's got so much room to become better. And his pace will be frightening against Luton. It always is. If he can utilise it, get a good couple of first touches, then you've got something great going there. Onto the opposite wing, Oscar Bob, brilliant player. I love the guy. I almost started him in my predicted 11 against Bournemouth, but I thought he'd play this game, and so I put him in this game. Such a good player, Oscar Bob. Like his ceiling. I made a video recently. You've probably seen it. If you are active of this channel, you've probably seen it if you check the videos. Oscar Bob is City's next star boy, and I believe that. I really do. Oh, he's so good, and I think next season you're going to see him in the first team a lot more. And then the following season, I'm talking maybe a potential starter for the team. I don't know. Maybe I'm being a bit silly. Maybe I'm bearing over my head, but I think he's so good. And you watch a game or two of him, I think you'll agree. Kovacic. Man, what a player this guy is for 25 million. Bought him from Chelsea, and for 25 mil, he's proven to be a bit of a steal. Dribbling is brill, and you can see why City have bought him, because of how well he holds up the ball and all that good stuff. And we're going to need that. I wasn't sure whether to start him or Nunes here. I was thinking Nunes, but I changed my tune and went with Kova. I think Kova will bring a nice balance between him and Foden, and I think he'll help Foden out a lot. With no Haaland in this 11 either, I would like to see I'd like to see someone helping the ball progress forward. And although Nunes can do that, Kovacic, I'm just going to say he can do it better than anything we've seen from Nunes so far this season. That's not hate towards Nunes, in my opinion, it's just how it is. Apologies for this, I'm just getting my lights on, because the room is darkening. But yeah, Kovacic is brilliant, and if he has a brilliant game, then, you know, we could be so solid in this midfield. Going on to probably our best midfielder this season, bar Rodri, Phil Foden. He's on 26 goal contributions now, thanks to that goal against Bournemouth. This is his best season in terms of stats. He is playing through the roof. Thomas Frank said he is, out of all of England's players, Phil Foden is the closest in terms of talent to winning the Ballon d'Or. I think there is something in that. There is obviously Jude Bellingham, and he is just playing ridiculously for Real Madrid. But Phil Foden, he is also playing ridiculous for City. He's slid into that KDB role-ish really, really well. And at 24 this year, isn't he 23 right now? I might be a year off there. He might already be 24, but he's so young, and, you know, he's got another 10 years at City, maybe. You know, maybe a little more. As long as he keeps himself fit and all that and takes care of himself. We've got this guy for so long, and Phil Foden is just brilliant. I want him to become a City legend, of course I do, and keeps playing the way he is, he'll really transform into a midfielder for the Blues and keep his midfield role running, and maybe even if he keeps going the way he is, keeps going up, he could go down as like one of City's best ever midfielders. Remember, this guy's got 5 Premier Leagues at 18 years old. You know, he could easily be going for that record. Now, 5 Premier Leagues at 18. No, he is 5 Premier Leagues at 23. And if City go win it this year, 6, you know, he's wild. So, good luck to Phil Foden. And I hope he starts this game because he'll provide a bit extra goal threat, which we need. Going on to Julian Alvarez up top. It was him or Haaland, and I thought I'd rest Haaland this game. Let him get himself fully energised for Manchester United. And give Alvarez this game up top. I want to see Alvarez up top a bit more. I see him as a striker. I like that little midfield role he's doing at the beginning of the season, but he is a striker. We bought him as a striker. Last season he played a bit more as a striker, so I want to see him here. You know, even though he had a brilliant bit of a purple patch for City beginning of the season, and even recently scored some goals for the Blues, I just want to see Julian Alvarez up top again. See if we can feed that ball to him. Of course, Luton aren't going to make that easy. They're going to keep it tight at the back and all sorts. So, can City get the job done? I don't know. But I certainly fancy us too. Going on to my score predictions though now. I'm going to go for 2-0. Humble 2-0. I think we're going to find it tough at times. Luton will press us, but I think at the end of the day we will control Luton and win this game 2-0. Just that I think Luton are set up. It's going to be 5 at the back. They're going to be looking to hit us on the counter, which isn't a bad way to play. It got them goal. They took the lead in this fixture in the Premier League. You know, they took the lead on us for a counter-attack. So we're going to have to be careful of that. We're going to have to be a lot better on counters. Hopefully we can be. Ake and Akanji are relatively quick. I assume Rico's got a bit of pace to him. He's very young. Doku tracking back too could help us with that as well. But everyone needs to track back really. And Alvarez is just not a speed machine, more like a press machine. So thank you all for watching this video. Let me know what your thoughts are going into the Luton game. Do you expect Luton to win? A bit of an upset. Do you expect City to hammer Luton home? Let me know. Big up for everyone who watched this video. Feel free to like and subscribe. More content coming up like this. This is a one-off pre-recorded video, hopefully. Hopefully by the time I need to do another pre-recorded, another match review, preview, my Wi-Fi will be a-okay and we'll be back to live streams. Thank you all for tuning in. Feel free to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.